Welcome to Total Fitness Wednesday. Today's routine, the Soul Taker, aka the Fatal 40, it's a 40-minute EMOM. You'll need a kettlebell for a couple of the exercises and some light hand weights, light dumbbells. Yeah, very simple. 10 exercises, 4 rounds. If you've done it before, you will know it's the switch over from the last minute to the first minute in the next round that is the killer in this. That is why it's called the Soul Taker, because it just takes your soul away. Anyway, let's get warmed up and then I'll go through all the details with you. Okay. Just warming up, mobilising the joints, hips, spine and shoulders now. Triangle rotation. Hinge and twist.
Against the
40-minute EMOM takes us right to the end. 10 exercises, 4 rounds. Okay? Some of them are not too bad, some of them are horrific. Okay, particularly the combinations. Like I said at the start, it's the last set into the first set of the next following round is the nasty point. I've seen this on the camera, you know, the heart rate reading monitors, and it does that, and then you see the big jumps on the crossover. So that's where the challenging bit is. So let me show you 10 exercises. You're doing it every minute on the minute, EMOM style. The rest of the minute is your rest. Once you've done the reps I give you are a guide. If you can do them, great. If you do need to take the reps down, particularly if you're just starting out, that's fine as well, okay? You can adapt it as you need to. We are doing a 10 rep, 20 rep sequence. So all your odd minutes, minute 1 and so on, are all 10 reps, and all the even minutes are 20 reps. So it's 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20. Okay, right, let me show you each one. Right, number 1, overhead squats. Now, not too bad the first time you do it, just the first exercise. But this is the one done after the last one on the following round to make it really tough. Overhead squats. Now, they are extremely tough, particularly done with dumbbells, because you can't wear as a bar. You can balance it out between both hands. Obviously with dumbbells you can't do that. Each side has to work unilaterally. So you're going to hold your dumbbells up as high as you can, and then get into that nice deep squat position if you can, and then back up. Okay, that alone is tough. Okay, so lightweight, and if you're not very mobile around the shoulders and or thoracic spine, the top of your spine, I'm quite poor there. Luckily my shoulder mobility makes up for that. You can just use your hands. So have your hands up high or a very light weight, and then you drop into that squat, come back up. And just that is tough. Okay, so it forces you to keep really upright. So that's number 1. Remember your squats, create space for your hips to squat. If you're not creating space, if you're just dropping your hips back first, like a hinge, you won't be squatting properly. Lead with the knees going out, engage the glutes, sit into that gap, sit down. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, dumbbell lunges. So just your nice light dumbbells. You're doing 20 reps, so it's quite high volume, so just dumbbells at your sides, forward lunge. Stay on your train tracks, remember. Shoulders, hips, knee, toe. Keep them in line as you lunge. In 10 each side, 20 total, okay? Again, stay nice and upright. Minute 3, back to 10 reps. We're doing thrusters, and he's going to swap sides each round, okay? So 10 thrusters, do a nice heavy kettlebell, or heavy-ish. Okay, rack the kettlebell, that means up here, sitting in that little triangle there, hand under the chin, and again going into a squat, and this time you're going to press it above your head at the top, back down, okay, 10 reps, quite challenging. Then we're on to rows, kettlebell rows, again we're going to do a staggered row, 20 reps, on the same side, so step back, okay, hold the kettlebell, always the thumb side of your hand, and remember, on any exercise, most exercises, pull it into the waist, okay, almost to the hip to really engage the lat. Okay, 20 reps. Next minute, 10 bear crawl press-ups or salmon press-ups. Okay, salmon press-ups are much harder. So we're going to use our mats in here. At home, it doesn't matter, you just have an imaginary line on the floor. Okay, and all you're going to do is 1 push-up, okay? Remember, you're an arrowhead, not a T. Press up from this position, yeah? Press up and a little bear crawl forward, over the line. Press up, back across. Literally just a little step forward until you've done 10. Okay? The salmon press up is the explosive version. You can jump with both hands over the line, but only do that if you know you're confident, absorb the impact. It does come with practice, okay? The bear crawl version is fine. It will take a bit longer, but it isn't as intense, obviously. Okay, next one. 20 hip raises, bit of abs. So hip raise. Okay, that's your start point and your finish point. Okay, hands on the floor, but not under your hips. There. Okay, lift, back. Okay, 20 reps. I know it's tough, but try not to let this happen. Okay, that's sort of just rocking. You control. There, up. Put the brakes on. Squeeze, put the brakes on. Now your toes to the floor, and your core controls and stops you dropping. Easier said than done, I know, but just do your best with it. Okay, that's 20 reps. Nearly there. 10 reps again. Lateral raise, front raise with the dumbbells, up the shoulders. Out to the side. Out to the front. That's 1 rep. Okay. 2. 10 reps. Nice and simple. Tricep extension, obviously for your triceps. 20 reps. Dumbbells together, or a single dumbbell is fine as well. Or even a kettlebell if you've got one lighter on. Anyway, get the weight there. Down to the traps. Full extension. 20 reps. Okay. Nearly there. Last 2. 10 reps of rear lunge to vertical jump. So you're going to push through your calves. You go down, rear lunge. In. A little bend of the knees and drive up high. There. Rear lunge. You're trying to get your head as high as you can. You're not tucking your knees. It's just a little hinge and then drive up through the toes. Calves, heels first, then the toes. Get as much height as you can. And then the last one, 20 reps of burpees. Okay? And then of course you straight back into overhead squat. And that is why it's called the Soul Taker. Okay? Now, 20 burpees in a minute is extremely difficult. Not everyone's going to manage 20, particularly if you're just starting out. So, I'll stop you with 10 seconds left anyway. Okay, so you can just do a steady set of burpees as many as you can in 50 seconds. Okay, so don't worry. Okay? But then you are more or less straight into the next round, because that's what makes it a challenge. Okay? Right, anyway, see how you get on. Pace it as you need to. 40 minutes, here we go. Overhead squats. I'm going to take you, follow me anyway. I'll be suffering with you as normal. Okay. Yeah, 10 minutes good. Here we go.
3, 2,
back. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Waiting for time. I prayed every night for someone like you. You showed me the light. Came down from the moon, not a moment too soon. 'Cause I was not enough, feeling fine. Knowing my touch, feeling so free.
Okay, flag crawl, press and press. Over the line. Back over the line. For 10 reps.
You're me tired, it makes me cry. It hurts so much, had to go outside. Keep going, keep going, keep going. It makes me tired, it makes me cry.
Right, you've got a minute 10. 20 burpees or 50 seconds. Whichever comes first. Okay? And then we're straight into round 2. We're all ready? your tracks. Early morning, I think. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, rows. 20 couple rows. Stop signs. Original sign. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to you. Hey! This is it. The last one. Half an hour of deep stretching. Just what you need after that. If not, we'll be back tomorrow, same time. Have a great day. And well done getting through that. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing.